Today's going to be kind of weird in that there's actually still going to be some daily life stuff before we do, well, Operation Nudity. So, firstly, we're going to finish off the alluring down. The guy deliberately did this today, didn't it? But yeah, there's actually a quote about Carmen, which is "Free she was born, free she will die," which is actually referenced in this game.
Oh.
Which gives a pretty sizable boost to charm. And I would rent a new book were it not for the fact that we're going to be busy with something else this afternoon. But before that... Oh, walking to school. I guess rumors, change quickly. So what this means is that you can no longer get an increase in guts by studying in the library, it's just knowledge now.
Today we're going over...
Today we're going over Trails Off. Yeah, I've actually seen the real Mona Lisa at this point, and it's much smaller than I thought it would be. It's also apparently guarded a lot more closely than it used to be when it was first, like... Well, yeah. Yeah, then it was used to be in my parents' time when they saw it, and yeah, you could walk right up to it. It's now got a giant sort of glass case over it.
Give me an answer.
So yeah, golden ratio is that. Silver ratio is apparently this.
This is it.
I mostly know about the golden ratio when it comes to some books that I read as a kid called Murderous Maths. I don't quite remember exactly what the golden ratio is important for anymore, but I know there are a lot of interesting formulas you could apply to it. B4 paper. I've never actually encountered B4 paper.
Nice going.
But really, that's just one more point of knowledge, and that's all. Oh boy, Anne's sitting in front of us. She must be really nervous right now. Also, if you use this ratio, you can make cute things.
I see.
She is teaching us how to make moe anime run away. I wonder if Morgana's cartoon form's face is kind of silver ratio-ish, or if Teddy's is. And then P3 doesn't really have a mascot until they made Koromaru 1 retroactively. But that's enough daily life. It's time.
On, Morgana, we're counting on you.
To begin the operation.
Me and him are banned from going there, so all we can do is wait here.
No, you two have something different you'll need to do.
What do you mean?
You have to wait inside the palace. Once that door opens, sneak in and look for some kind of control room.
Yeah, once the door opens, we need to make sure it stays open.
We need to make sure the door can't close anymore after it's open.
Or, you know, Morgana could say exactly that again.
Oh, I get it. Okay, you can leave that to us.
To think you'd really come. I assumed you were lying when you contacted me.
I'm sorry it was so sudden.
Oh, it's not a problem. But, as I told you yesterday, Sensei will be returning in about 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh boy, she's gonna have to keep this up for that long.
So, I'm sorry if that causes some anxiety on your part.
That's why I'm here today, damn it.
What was that?
Yes, you're here today because of the anxiety. Pretty fitting, actually.
Oh, no, it was nothing.
By the way, have you gained some weight?
You think so? I weigh the same as always. Maybe I'm bloated today.
Hi, I'm Ann Takamaki. Could I be wearing any more clothes?
So then, can you, get ready here?
I need to take my clothes off, right?
All 900 of them.
Yes, please.
I'm embarrassed. Could you look the other way?
Oh,
Phew, that was tight.
tight? No, I'm doing this for art.
Don't look over here, okay? Hey, your sensei's coming back soon, right?
I believe so.
Do you think we could do this somewhere else then? A little more atmosphere would be lovely.
Well, this should be good enough.
But wouldn't a room with a lock be a bit better?
Just get straight to the point with that.
A lock?
Must a girl say more?
But the only one with a lock is Sensei's room.
Then why not there?
I can't intrude. Besides, I don't have the key.
Oh, crap.
He says he doesn't have the key.
It's okay. That's why I'm here. I'll just use this hairpin.
Takamaki-san, are you about... You were wearing all this?
Unfortunately, she got through that probably quicker than she should have, but, honestly, it was a good plan.
Don't you think it's cold today?
The thing I'll say is that as much as the whole nude blackmail gets a lot of controversy in the fandom, I do think that giant pile of clothes she was wearing was a legitimately good gag, and it kind of gets lost in all of that.
I suppose so. The sun is starting to set.
Right? That's why a change of location would be nice. I mean, I'm gonna take it all off.
True. It might make for a better picture if I can brighten my model's mood.
Uh-huh, that's right.
She may even be willing to try out various expressive poses for use in a dynamic composition.
What kind of poses?
Lady On, you have to act. Get back in character.
Let's go. I was just starting to get in the mood.
Wait! If you wander around, Sensei will...
Oh, it's so hot.
We really can't use any other room.
Hey, why not this one?
Please wait!
I'm counting on you, Mona.
Are they seriously gonna be able to pull this off?
Meanwhile, in non-nudity land... Oh, I just noticed there are people coming out of that building. Like, giant faces and arms. Never realized that before in any other playthrough.
She was saying stuff like, I'll just seduce him with my acting, but that sounds out of her league.
This is why I was saying earlier that I don't really think Arn qualifies as the face, because even though she tries, her acting is awful.
Plus, we ain't got one sign this place is gonna open. Isn't Madarame coming home soon? On top of that, even if Mona's able to unlock the door, how's he gonna show it to Madarame? And then even if they do show it open, any normal person would just close it right up again. Doesn't that mean we only got a few seconds to get in?
Well, time to put those athletic skills to good use. We have been training.
To be blunt, won't it be a miracle if this works?
That's just what Phantom Thieves do.
I want to think that too, but... it's almost time.
Please, can you just wait and...
What's past here?
That's...
So the door Mona mentioned is up ahead.
I keep telling you, you can't!
You're still not done?
It's hard to do this with cat paws.
That's what I thought at the beginning.
Is something the matter?
Morgana really should have practiced this in the real world.
Oh, so, what is this room?
It's a storage area for old paintings.
Storage. Hey, Kitagawa-kun. Why don't we do it in here? I won't be embarrassed if we go somewhere nobody can find us.
Only Sensei can go in there.
Please. I want to be alone with you. Somewhere like quiet. You know, where we won't get interrupted.
Is he really going to buy that terrible act?
Stay focused.
Hmm?
Oh, it's just so frustrating that my feelings aren't getting through to you. Kitagawa-kun, do you not like girls like me?
No, that's not true.
How is that working on him?
I'm pretty sure this is the first time he's ever had to do this. Or maybe the first time he's talked to a girl in general.
Please, we can continue this inside.
Sure. I mean, no, we can't go in there. It's locked anyway, so...
Fine. This is too embarrassing. I'm leaving.
But...
Let's just do it in here, okay?
what do I do? I'm home. Sensei!
Looks like we're out of time.
Yusuke?
All right, it's open.
Perfect timing.
Huh?
What are you doing there?
And there we go, mission accomplished. Now let's get out.
It's not what it looks like. What?
Not in there.
Nothing's happening. I wonder what's... It's off! They seriously did it! Oh, right. These could come back on at any second. Let's go.
Yeah, I've only got a few seconds. Let's get in there.
All right.
Yeah, so they're warning you about this. This is why I wanted to make sure that I had a fire persona on Joker. Because we don't have Arm with us right now, and very soon we're going to have to fight something that's weak to fire. So just make sure that you're ready on Joker and Ryuji right now. I've got Breath Ring, I've got the Duke's Coat and the Crystal of Lust. And as for personas, yeah, I've got Omaraki, which has fire. We're all good. Let's go. I keep thinking that those torches they have are actually drums.
Hey.
I mean, it kind of fit the traditional aesthetic of this place. There's nothing else to do. Let's head in there and get this guy.
Sorry.
I love that, just sorry. Sorry, we're gonna burn and whack you now. First mini-boss in this palace,
They got past the security system?
who's fully voiced for some reason.
You cannot go any further. You are trespassing on Lord Madarame's territory.
You guys ain't got nothing on us. I'm more scared of screwing up and having On yell at me.
Yeah, exactly. If she does that a whole close plan and it doesn't go through, she'll never let us hear the end of it. This thing is just called Security Shadow.
Come.
But not that one. It is weak to Argy, I believe. There we go. Okay, we are able to all-out attack, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I don't know if I have it. I think I may have like one Molotov cocktail for an item-based fire damage. Skullcracker.
Shit.
Okay, well, at least he didn't get statused. Physical ointment could be kind of cool here, but no. Oh, I have 3 Molotov cocktails. Let's use those. That means yet another all-out attack. So overall, if you know this is coming and you have fire in advance, this isn't that bad. But if you don't, it can be a problem. This should be enough to finish it.
Let's go.
Even with intense focus, I'm only doing a little bit more than the fixed 50 damage item. And I always love finishing mini-bosses with the all-out attack finisher. It's not like it gives you any more experience or money or anything, but I just think it's cool. Meanwhile...
Takamaki-san, this is bad.
Are these the lights?
What the...
Isn't this Sayuri? Why are there so many of them?
Looks like Madarame isn't just plagiarizing, he might be running a full-blown counterfeiting operation in here.
I have no idea.
Get out.
Sensei, what is the meaning of this?
I suppose I can't keep quiet now that you've seen this.
Oh, you gonna finally tell us the truth?
Truth be told, I'm in severe debt. I handmade these Sayuri copies and have been selling them through a special connection of mine.
Why?
The real Sayuri was stolen by one of my pupils long ago. I assume they begrudged my strictness. That moment was quite a shock for me. Since then, I've been mired in a terrible artist block. Because of this distress, some of my pupils handed their ideas over to me from time to time. I knew I couldn't keep that up, so I attempted to recreate the Sayuri a number of times. However, it resulted in nothing more than replicas. That's when someone came to buy the paintings, knowing, well, they weren't original. It's all my fault. I couldn't pay the price of being famous. As expectations for me rose, it reached a point where I had no choice but to keep making them.
Kamoshida made that excuse too.
I needed money to further your talents. I ask that you please forgive your cowardly teacher.
Please, don't.
Hold on, something doesn't add up. If the original painting got stolen, how did you make copies of it?
I happened to find a finely detailed photograph of it in an art book.
So you managed to sell copies of a photo of the original? I'm not sure how this works, but don't people who buy paintings generally have a keen eye for the fine arts? This sounds like a lie to me.
You're almost as bad at it as she is.
What would you know?
Something just doesn't feel right.
Lady On! This one seems different.
Sayuri. This is the real Sayuri.
To quote my favorite Miss Marple episode, this painting is the worst kind of copy. It's the original.
But you just said a moment ago that it was stolen.
That's a replica.
No, it's nothing of the sort. This painting kept me going. It's the reason I made it this far. Sensei, don't tell me.
It's fake. Yes, a counterfeit. I heard there was a counterfeit spreading around, so I bought it.
So you're telling me the actual artist behind the painting bought a counterfeit? That's pushing it.
You're lying, Sensei. Please, just tell us the truth.
You too? I've reported you to my private security company.
What?
I had it set up to deal with some problematic paparazzi, but I never thought it'd come in so handy.
Please, wait. Let's talk about this.
You can talk all you want to the police. That includes you, Yusuke.
Lady On, let's run!
A cat! Where did it... There's no point. They'll be here within 2 minutes.
Takamaki-san!
2 minutes is all we need.
Yeah, let's go!
Meanwhile, these two have no idea what's going on, so they're just gonna go ahead, open up the security room, make sure this door stays
look.
unlocked. It's probably that only computer that has its monitor lit up.
All right.
Not even a password required. Well, I mean, I suppose you have to get past all those lasers in order to even get here in the first place.
Whoa.
I guess him calling the security company in the real world alerted the shadows in his mind, too.
All right. I hope those two managed to get away.
I'm not always really into slapstick, but I admit that was pretty funny.
I thought I was gonna die. Hey, will you let go already? Oh no, I didn't mean to push him so hard. Are you okay? Wake up!
Who are you all?
Well, we've got some explaining to do. This is gonna take a while.
Calm down, Kitagawa-kun. It's me.
He's gonna want to draw this, isn't he?
Takamaki-san. That means you two are...
Yep, we're the jerks who kept pestering you this whole week.
I don't recall ever seeing this cat costume before, though. What is this place?
We're inside Madarame's heart.
Inside Sensei's heart? I'm sorry, Takamaki-san, but are you sure you're feeling okay?
She ain't lying. This is what that bastard truly feels. He's nothing but a greed-filled money grubber.
Enough of this rubbish!
Kitagawa-kun, didn't it cross your mind that something wasn't right about Madarame?
That's...
And you just caught him with his pants burning down an entire forest.
You may not want to believe it, but this is another reality as viewed through Madarame's eyes. This is his true nature.
This repulsive world? Just who are all of you?
I guess you could say we're a group that changes the hearts of rotten crooks.
If everything you say is true, then the sensei I know doesn't exist.
You gotta snap out of it.
Still, he has kept me safe these past 10 years. My gratitude for that won't just disappear.
You're gonna forgive him? At this rate, you'll...
Are you okay?
I'm trying to be rational about this, but my emotions are overwhelming me.
Sorry, but we don't have time to dawdle. Security level's gone through the roof. We need to get out of here at once.
Yeah, I feel like somebody probably needs to carry him.
No, it's all right.
We need to get out of here. That said, we have an amateur with us now. Let's try to avoid fighting as much as possible.
So this is inside of Sensei's heart? A vain museum such as this? This painting!
Do you recognize it? We were thinking these might be his past pupils or something.
But why are there paintings of them here?
Technically, those aren't actually paintings. They're the pupils themselves.
Madarame saw them as objects, so that's what they are in here. Oh, and, we found yours, too.
We'll talk more later. For now, let's get out of here. The exit is right there!
As long as we protect Yusuke, we should be able to handle 2 guards.
Who is it? What the?
Unless the boss himself shows up.
Talk about bullshit clothes. First a king, now some kind of shogun.
Welcome to the Museum of the Master Artist, Madarame!
We finally meet this guy's mental self.
Huh? Sensei? Is that you? That attire?
Disgusting.
This is all one big lie, isn't it?
My usual ragged attire is nothing but an act. Besides a famous person living in that shack, I have another home. Under a mistress's name, of course. Don't make me laugh.
If the Sayuri was stolen, why was it in the storage room? And if you had the real one, why make copies? If it's really you, Sensei, please tell me.
Foolish child, you still don't see? Painting being stolen was just a false rumor I spread. It was all a perfectly calculated staging.
What do you mean?
Let me see. How does this sound? I found the real painting, but it can't go public. You can have it for a special price, though. Ha ha! How's that for preferential treatment? Art snobs will eat it up and pay good cash at that.
You know that plan kind of falls apart if 2 artists get to talking and one of them sees Sayuri in the private gallery and goes, wait, I have that in my private gallery, and they realize they bought it from the same person.
No.
The value of art is purely illusion. What's the matter with providing that illusion to eager customers? Though I doubt a brat like you would ever come up with such a brilliant scheme.
You keep going on and on about money this, money that. No wonder you ended up with this disgusting museum.
You're supposed to be an artist, right? Aren't you ashamed of plagiarizing other people's work?
Art is nothing but a tool to gain money and fame. You helped me greatly as well, Yusuke.
God, pisses me off. That's your teacher.
But what about the people who believe in you? Who think you're a master artist?
I'll tell you this alone, Yusuke. If you wish to succeed in this world, I'd advise you don't rise against me. Do you believe anyone could find success with my objection holding them down?
To think I was under the care of this wretched man.
You thought I took you in out of the goodness in my heart? Plucking talented yet troubled artists allows me to find promising pupils and take their ideas. After all, it's much easier to steal the futures of children who can't fight back.
I can't believe this.
Livestock are killed for their hide and meat. This is no different, you fool. But I tire of this little chat. It's time that I...
You are unforgivable. It doesn't matter who you are. I won't forgive you!
So, you repay my keeping you around for all these years with ingratitude? You damn brat!
What are you gonna do, sue him?
Men, dispose of these thieves!
Get back!
How amusing.
No, I don't think he will.
Huh?
It seems the truth is stranger than fiction, huh?
Kitagawa-kun?
I wanted to believe it wasn't true. I had clouded my vision for so long. My eyes were truly blind. Blind and unable to see the true self behind this one horrible man.
Everyone, you might want to stand back right about now.
Have you finally come to your senses?
How foolishly you averted your eyes from the truth. A deplorable imitation indeed. Lest you part from that aspect of yourself. Let us now forge a contract. I am thou, thou art I. The world is filled with both beauty and vice. It is time you teach people which is which. Very well. Come. Goemon!
A breathtaking sight. Imitations they may be, but together they make a fine spectacle. Though the flowers of evil blossom, be it known, abominations are fated to perish!
Whoa, this is impressive!
Who do you think you are? The price for your insolence will be death! Where are my guards? Kill them all!
The children who adored you as father. The prospects of your pupils. How many did you trample upon? How many dreams did you exchange for riches? No matter what it takes, I will bring you to justice! I am ready!
It's time for Mystical Phantom Thief starring Goemon.
You are in the presence of Lord Madarame! On your knees, intruders!
I learned much from you, Madarame. In order to see authenticity, one must be dispassionately realistic. With Goemon by my side, I can now ascertain your true self without any reservations. Persona!
How about you all get on your knees?
I am thou.
At the same time though, don't underestimate this fight. That henchman shadow in the middle, the embittered blacksmith, actually quite dangerous. I am embarrassed to say I've game overed in this fight before.
Persona! Goemon!
Okay, let's go. I want to switch to Joker now, and the only reason is I need to get Slime on right now. I really want to make sure that I have... Actually, maybe Tarunda might be useful here too, but I want to make sure that I have physical resistance, because otherwise Sledgehammer's going to hurt a lot. Let me just try this. Nope. Yeah, sometimes mini-bosses are immune to ailments. But okay then. Let's stay on you. I'm going to drop your attack. Having 4 of the Copper Tengus attack you at once is also dangerous. Scoundrel Eyes, what the heck is that? We'll find that out in a bit. We just kind of, just got something, you know what? Let's give Tarakaja the Yusuke. He deserves it right now. Yeah, we're gonna find out about that, soon. Oh yeah, Ryuji's still hurt from that earlier fight. I forgot to heal him. Right, let's try Maragi. Oh hey, one of them's burned. Okay, please don't all pile on Yusuke, that would be really bad. I was kind of hoping that one of them would just die to burn. Nice dodge there. Okay, good. Yusuke's back. Who's going next? Joker's next. Right, this should be fine. Let's go for... Yeah, they're all going to die to one more ice hit.
Sorry, I'm at my limit.
Oh, no, you're not. Don't worry, you're only just getting started.
Let's go.
Watch your health.
Goemon, strike!
The blacksmith is still up, though.
Sorry, I'm at my limit. Goemon!
Okay, they're all down.
I'm at my limit.
Got Giant Slice. Powers up after a baton pass. That's actually very strong, but... yeah, at the moment, I think I'd rather just, let's buffle you. Yeah, he's got quite a lot of health, too. You still have diorama. Great, let's heal up Yusuke.
Much thanks.
Okay, Skull's beat. Let's buff up. How about we buff up Joker? Yeah, your attack's going down soon. Reverting soon. It's still, down. Let's try... I don't know if you're vulnerable to freeze. If you do get frozen, that would be really, really good for me. Okay, if you didn't get shocked from any of those, shock probably doesn't work on you at all. It's probably about time to start unloading the guns. Yusuke does even have his own gun, but let's see. You know what? I don't want Ryuji missing out on the experience in this fight. Let's keep him a little bit healed. And yeah, here's Yusuke's gun. It's got a good mix of power and ammo.
Who's next?
No, not scared at all. Let's just lunge you. Oh, hey! So it is vulnerable to crits, even though it may not be vulnerable to much else. Let's show this off. Because I really don't want to get an all-out attack finisher that's not Yusuke's here.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah, that hits pretty hard.
Say it.
Yes!
Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
How do I want to do that?
Let's find out what Yusuke's all about, shall we? Well, after Joker levels up.
Courses through me.
In the immortal words of a different Emperor character, I've been waiting for this. Yusuke is frequently considered one of the weaker party members in the original game, and he's still controversial even with his buffs in Royal. But I've always found him underrated even in the original version, and I hope to explain why. Yusuke is the second physical attacker of the party, and compared to Ryuji, he actually sports a higher raw strength stat, as well as better agility and also magic, making him a little more viable at mixed attacking than Ryuji is. The cost of this though is worse endurance and HP, and this is a big deal when physical attacks require a percentage of your maximum HP to use. If Yusuke takes a big hit and gets knocked to a low percentage, he might lose access to most of his best skills, while the chances of that happening to Ryuji are a lot lower. Yusuke tries to compensate by having more agility to be a dodge tank, but I find evasion less reliable in this game, and Yusuke lacks any passive evasion skills besides his trait, which I suppose I'll cover now. It raises the entire party's evasion against physical attacks. Only physicals though. It can be useful against physical heavy enemies, but otherwise it's not the best trait out there. In terms of skill set, Yusuke focuses on physical attacks, but there's a bit of a difference between him and Ryuji. The main thing that he has is single target skills that get stronger after a baton pass. I have limited space here, so I've marked those as plus BP. These skills are the biggest reason why I think a lot of people undervalue Yusuke, because with a good baton pass chain, the damage output is absolutely absurd, and provided the target doesn't resist physical, they are worth going for over all-out attacks in a lot of situations. Now I will say that I've done testing and Brave Blade is stronger than a baton pass boosted Deadly Fury, but Brave Blade isn't available until the very end of the game. Also, many of Yusuke's physical skills have innate high critical rates. However, a lot of players think that he should have learned Apt Pupil to boost this further, and I agree. There is an accessory you can get that gives Apt Pupil, and Yusuke often gets first dibs on that in my playthroughs. Yusuke also learns a lot of multi-target physical attacks that I personally find more reliable than Ryuji's, as Deathbound and Agnayastra both rely on multi-hits and will be a bit weak if they don't get their full hits. Yusuke's tend to be more consistent. For magic, Yusuke uses ice skills, and while I'm a little annoyed they have ice on a physical attacker just like Chie in Persona 4, it is admittedly good because ice can inflict freeze, which causes physical attacks to deal technical damage just like shock. Unlike shock though, freeze does remove the enemy's physical resistances and even immunities, I'm pretty sure. However, I've found that its chances of succeeding are a little lower than shock, but that could just be me. In terms of non-attacking skills, Yusuke gets the counter line of passives. Note that these don't stack, so always replace counter with counter-strike and counter-strike with high counter. A 20% chance isn't something to bank on, but it can save Yusuke's life in some situations. He also gets the Tsukukaja line of buffs, and this is the main area where people compare him to Ryuji, because overall, a party-wide attack buff is just more useful than a party-wide accuracy and evasion buff. Master Tsukukaja is still pretty decent though. He also gets Speed Master early, so he'll start the battle with a higher hit and evade rate. I still wish he learned an evasion passive like Evade Physical or Ali Dance though. But speaking of skills Yusuke doesn't get, there is a very notable absence from his learn set that was a huge cause of his issues in the vanilla game. Charge. The fact that Ryuji had Charge and Yusuke didn't instantly made Ryuji better in the vanilla game, even though admittedly he didn't learn Charge until fairly late. In Royal, even though it's not part of his level up learn set, there is a way that Yusuke can learn Charge, and he is typically given this at the earliest opportunity. So that's one way that he was buffed in Royal. But another indirect buff he got in Royal is Ryuji's trait, Raging Temper. By buffing the physical attacks of the entire party, Yusuke now benefits from being on the same team as Ryuji, instead of the two of them competing for your physical attacker slot. Of the two physical attackers, Ryuji focuses more on team support while Yusuke focuses on raw damage, which is really bizarre as you'd think with their personalities it would be the exact opposites. Yusuke's persona is based on the legendary Japanese ninja Ishikawa Goemon, who's often considered the Japanese equivalent of Robin Hood. He was possibly a real person who operated during the 1500s, and he was supposedly executed for a failed assassination attempt on Toyotomi Hideyoshi. However, the actual historical records of the man are murky and hard to find. It was only many years after his death that he became a legendary figure associated with anti-authoritarianism, robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. His design in this game is very reminiscent of traditional kabuki theatre, and that's because Goemon is very commonly the subject of kabuki plays. His robe is emblazoned with the number 5, pronounced Go in Japanese, and the name Ixikawa, which is a reference to an incorrect transcription of his name by a Jesuit missionary in Japan at the time. And the final very dark nod is his weakness to fire, as the real Goemon was executed by being boiled alive. In a further example of black comedy, a certain type of bath in Japan is now commonly known as the Goemon bath. Goemon's legacy continues into popular media. I mentioned that Lupin III was a big influence on this game back in Arsene's bio, and one member of Lupin's gang is Ishikawa Goemon XIII, known for his catchphrase, "Once again, I cut a worthless object." Of course, his power would kind of fade now.
Yusuke, you've just thrown your bright future down the drain.
Better that than stay with you.
I'll destroy every chance you've ever had of becoming an artist.
Madarame!
You'll forever rue the day you dared defy me.
I must say, I really love that Kyle Hebert gets the chance to really do the full-on hammy villain thing now.
Get back here!
Kitagawa-kun!
Why can't I move?
It was like this for most of us on our first time, don't worry.
Listen, you're totally drained. You can't do much even if you wanted to.
What a disgrace I am.
Come on, just listen to her.
You've known for quite some time, haven't you?
I'm no fool. Strange people have been coming by for years, and the plagiarism was an everyday affair. But who would want to admit that the man they owed their life to was doing such terrible things?
This is just something I really appreciate from Yusuke's arc in general, and honestly, as I guess a little over the top as that whole scene with Shadow Madarame was, I do think this visit to the palace, while it's fantastical, I think it's a pretty decent metaphor for someone realizing they've been gaslit all their life and just what that must feel like.
Why didn't you leave, Kitagawa-kun?
Well, he is the one who painted the Sayuri. On top of that, I owe him a great debt.
You mean 'cause he raised you?
I never knew my father. I was told my mother raised me by herself, but she died in an accident when I was 3. That's when Sensei took me in. I heard he helped my mother while she was still alive.
Heard?
To be honest, I don't remember much about my mother either. I did everything I could for Sensei. I thought of him as a father. But he changed. To think he would treat the Sayuri, the very foundation of his art, like that.
A lot's happened to you, huh?
When you had mentioned plagiarism, deep down, I knew you were right. That's why I so vehemently denied you. I was simply running from the truth. I'm sorry.
I don't really blame you.
I'm grateful for the chance to face what I had been denying all this time.
You're way too serious, man. That's why you're always getting stuck in your own head. Look at me. I just go with the flow.
I'm not sure he's exactly the best role model, though.
For real.
Borrowing his catchphrase to prove it.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know.
We can't help the fact that Madarame's gone and changed, but we can change his heart. We'll make him pay for his crimes.
That reminds me, you mentioned something about that change of heart earlier.
Have you heard the rumors? The ones about the phantom thieves that steal hearts?
Don't tell me.
Yep, you're looking at him. And so are they.
We'll talk later. We need to scram.
When did my clothes change?
You're only noticing that now?
You just noticed that now?
I had a feeling somebody was gonna say that same thing.
Save it for after. Let's go!
Yusuke's probably like, I need to do a self-portrait right now.
I see. And because of that, this PE teacher's had a change of heart. Phantom thieves who steal hearts. To think they truly exist.
Let's hope that woman 1 seat across doesn't have good hearing.
Indeed. I have to believe your words, especially after seeing a world like that. So, your plan with Madarame-sensei, with Madarame, is to force a change of heart, correct?
Oh, dropping the sensei. Now you know things are serious.
Let me join, as a member of the Phantom Thieves. Had I faced reality sooner, this may have been avoided. I must put an end to this, for the sake of the others whose futures as artists were robbed as well. That is the most civil thing I can do for the man who was, in some manner, my father.
Civil, huh?
Sounds fine to me. We're gonna deal with Madarame anyways.
He may have a mental shutdown if we screw up. We have ways to prevent that, but they aren't fail-safe. Remember how we mentioned this on our way here?
Madarame is a man who has the art world under his thumb. He has connections to many organizations. If someone like me raises my voice, it'll only be snubbed out. We have no option but this.
Kitagawa-kun.
It's a deal then.
We have a new member in the Phantom Thieves now. I hope we get along, Yusuke.
You better not slow us down.
Oh, I mean, his tryout was pretty impressive.
I'll do my best.
I have to.
So that was all a plan? Well, that's quite daring, Takamaki-san.
It wasn't my idea, it was theirs.
What else were we supposed to do? It's his fault for going on and on about the nude modeling thing.
I haven't given up on that yet, though.
Uh-oh.
Give it up! Oh, that reminds me. I wonder what's going on with the real Madarame. Yusuke and I were in a pretty tight situation.
Actually, I contacted him before we came here. He believes that I continued pursuing Takamaki-san. And just as you all explained, it appears he knows nothing about his shadow.
What did he say?
He was complaining to the security company how they couldn't even catch one high school girl. However, he's still furious about it, and said that he's going to take legal action against everyone.
Talk about being completely on guard.
So I was actually right about him suing.
Legal action? He's acting way too desperate. Maybe he still has more secrets.
If he were to act, it'd be after the exhibit is over. Any scandal during the show would be his loss.
Right when I think the talk about being a nude model is over, this happens?
We'll have to force a change of heart before then, if we're to dodge this legal action thing. Looks like our plan must be accomplished while the exhibit is still open.
So the deadline hasn't changed, it's just the reason for the deadline has.
By the way, what is this?
Huh? A cat.
But it's talking.
You have a problem with that?
No, not really.
Why not?
He's just on a different wavelength than other people.
Do you wish to draw me? You better bring out the best of me in that case. Hey, don't touch me like...
I was thinking of ordering some black bean jelly.
I bet he got that idea from a black cat.
Oh! I didn't bring any money.
Never mind. He's just weird.
And so, Yusuke's establishing character moment.